abuse of the truth that characterized the administration's march to war, and the abuse of the trust that had been placed in President Bush by the American people in the aftermath of September 11th. There was then, there is now, and there would have been, regardless of what President Bush did, a threat of terrorism that we would have to deal with. But instead of making it better, he has made it worse. We are less safe because of his policies. He has created more anger and righteous indignation against us as Americans than any leader of our country in the 228 years of our existence as a nation. And it is because of his attitude of contempt for any person, institution, or nation who disagrees with him. He has exposed Americans abroad and Americans in every U.S. town and city to a greater danger of attack by terrorists because of his arrogance, willfulness, and bungling at stirring up hornets' nests that posed no threat whatsoever to us. And by then insulting the religion and culture and tradition of people in other countries. And by pursuing policies that have resulted in the deaths of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. All of it done in our name. President Bush said in his speech Monday night that the war in Iraq is the central front in the war on terror. It's not the central front in the war on terror, but it has unfortunately become the central recruiting office for terrorists. I remember when Vice President Cheney said that this war may last for the rest of our lives. Well, the unpleasant truth is that President Bush's utter incompetence has made the world a far more dangerous place and dramatically increased the threat of terrorism against the United States of America. It is unfortunate, but it is true. Just yesterday, the International Institute of Strategic Studies reported that the Iraq conflict, and I quote them, has arguably focused the energies and resources of Al-Qaeda and its followers while diluting those of the global counterterrorism coalition. The ISS said that in the wake of the war in Iraq, Al-Qaeda now has more than 18,000 potential terrorists scattered around the world, and the war in Iraq is swelling the ranks of terrorists. The war plan was incompetent in its rejection of the advice from military professionals, and the analysis of the intelligence was incompetent in its conclusion